Hello, my fellow Americans. In the past few days, we've been rocked by multiple mass shootings throughout the nation. Each one is a tragedy of the highest order, and each has been a cause for serious concerns for multiple parties. For the victims of the families, the survivors of these horrible events, the gun grabbers on the left, the defenders of true American freedom, and for the rest of us trying to piece each one of these tragedies into a coherent picture to find understanding on what went wrong, how it went wrong, and why it went wrong. I can understand the sentiments from the left and the uneducated, the emotionally distraught, and the politically motivated to want to further restrict our hard-won freedoms afforded to us as American citizens by the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution. This is not a hate rant, merely a declaration of fact. If we collectively as firearms owners do not stand together in one united voice to fight for our rights, then we very well could lose everything that has been gained over the last couple of decades. There are those among us, understandably, that call for a reinstatement of the Clinton-era assault weapons ban. There are those out there that say that access to firearms has caused each and every one of these tragedies. Let's delve into those claims a little. For an example, the Columbine shooting, one of the worst, absolute worst school shootings in the history of this great nation. It occurred on April 20th, 1999, if I'm not mistaken. The funny thing about April 20th, 1999, the assault weapons ban had been in place under the Clinton crime bill as a provision that was put in for about 2.5, maybe 3 years. It didn't stop them. All they did was they found something else to use. Gun bans of any kind do not stop evil people from doing evil things. It never has, it never will. They will find another way to commit mass murder and mayhem. It's just a simple fact of life. People say that more gun control is necessary in this country to keep people from getting such unfettered access to firearms. A big thing that's going on right now is people are saying that the shooter at Sandy Hook, if people couldn't get guns so easily in this country, well, then he wouldn't have got guns. Well, here's the thing that not everyone is recognizing or accepting or acknowledging or flat out ignoring. He didn't buy those guns. He stole them from his mother, whom he himself killed. He was 20 years old. Now, I can't think of a state anywhere that is exempt from federal law, and that being the case, under federal law, you have to be 21 years of age to be able to purchase a handgun or ammunition for a handgun. Period. Gun-free zones. If you look at the mass majority of the mass shootings that have happened in this country, you'll find a few correlations. Number one, they either occurred in a state that has very, very, very strict gun control as it is, or it occurred in a gun-free zone, as I like to call them more accurately, target-free zones, or they occurred in a state that had very strict gun control and in a gun-free zone within that state. If people were honestly serious about curtailing the amount of mass shootings that occur in this country, then we'd do three things. The first is accept that evil people will do evil things, no matter what the law says. No criminal is going to respect any kind of law, especially a gun ban. Plain and simple. Criminals break laws. That's how they earn their living. The second thing is allow those people that are legally of age, that don't have any criminal record, that are legally eligible and able to purchase a handgun and the ammunition for it. Allow them to carry it, either overtly or covertly. Legal, law-abiding gun owners are different than no other section of the law-abiding society. Inherently, legally speaking, we're good people. Yeah, a few of us screw up every now and then. Usually it's nothing major, but for the most part, good people. If you allow those legal gun owners to carry legally without the need of licensing, without the need of permit, either overtly or covertly, then you sway the balance of power from the cops versus the bad guys to the cops and the good guys versus the bad guys wanting to do evil things. Third thing that needs to be done is legislate gun-free zones into oblivion. I go back to my original point of bad people do bad things and criminals don't respect laws. It's why they're criminals. Gun-free zones, they work by effectively and legally disarming law-abiding citizens that don't want to go to jail because they are not criminals. Well, in return for that perceived safety and security, all you've done is open up a huge soft target for a madman, an insane person, a criminal, an evil person, however you want to describe them, to wreak havoc and commit murder and cause mass mayhem, knowing that there is going to be little or no resistance unless there happens to be an on-duty police officer or an off-duty police officer that is armed anyway, or the occasional concealed carry holder that says, fuck it, I'm still wearing my pistol. Gun-free zones don't work. They should be called target-rich zones, because that's all they are. They are zones that are rich with targets for the crazies out there, the murderers, the criminals that want to shoot as many people as they can for whatever twisted rationale they have for wanting to do so. I want to close this up by saying that I hope, the victims of these horrible tragedies, and I'm not religious, but I hope they rest in peace. I hope they rest peacefully. I hope that the family members of those victims and the survivors can find the strength and the solace that they need, however they need to find it, whatever way works for them, to work through their issues, their bereavements, and find the strength that they need to move on with life and continue living. I hope that the rest of us, like myself, who have been largely unaffected by this or any of these tragedies, can just take lessons from it and hold our loved ones closer and tell them how much we love them every chance we get, and learn to recognize the purity and the precious gift of life and appreciate it that much more. Take care, y'all. Help those in need. Give to charity. Thank you. And I hope everyone out there helps to make this world a better and safer place. At the same time, I hope that we don't do that by trying to erode each other's rights to self-defense, to keep and bear arms. Happy holidays.